Hello and welcome. You're watching India Today and I'm Pranjali Sethi. And joining me for the conversation is a very special guest who has tried her hands on almost everything that an actor of her generation could ever do. Hi Apoorva, welcome to India Today.
Hi, thank you so much.
So Apoorva will talk about your upcoming projects, your latest release Family Aaj Kal, but let me first begin with your super hit series College Romance. You were the talk of the town as Naira, so tell us, how is Apoorva different from Naira in real life?
I get that question a lot, and because it's been 5 years, I played that character over a span of 5 years, that answer keeps changing for me. It started from being completely different to going slowly blending into a little bit into my personality, and then turning out to be a completely different person for me, because I also explored the character throughout the various seasons that we did. And initially it was just that, oh, Naira is definitely not me. I'm not very tomboyish, I'm not very masti khor, like all of that. Slowly it blended into me, and then Naira came out to be someone totally different. Like Naira was initially like a Hermione for her group, so to say, but it actually turns out different. So I would say, like, there's a lot of, yeah.
Absolutely. So, Apoorva, like in the series, we see there's a point when you and Bagga are in a long distance relationship. So, of course, it is very difficult for all of us. But what are your personal views on long distance relationship?
Oh, okay. My personal views are that it's difficult to make it work. Actually, it's very difficult because even though we're used to having phones and emails and social media and whatnot, personal touch and like really breathing the same air as someone, seeing how they like aligning with their body language also, it doesn't happen over the phone. But yes, a lot of people are able to make it work because they genuinely feel that there is a connection, and people who can afford to travel also, that's also a very important factor. There are people who might fall for someone in a different city and they might not have the means to travel and see their partner. So I think it depends from person to person and situation to situation also.
Apoorva, talking about your latest series, Family Aaj Kal, you portrayed the character of Meher in that and you fall in love with the cab driver. So, if you were given a similar situation right now, so like what would you choose, love or money? And you actually think that in reality, that you took a stand in the series, in reality, would you take a similar stand?
Honestly, when I say this, when I answer this, it comes from a place of privilege, because A, I have the agency to take my own decisions. B, I have the resources to also say that I don't want a partner to probably make as much money as me or more money than me, because I don't need that. I can support my own lifestyle, I can do that for myself. So that definitely comes from a place of privilege and all of that. But that being said, I think if I have to take a stand, and also it doesn't really have to be the same story, it can also be something else that is not accepted. Could also mean that, a particular lifestyle choice is not acceptable in my family or in my society, in the society that I have grown up in. So for that, I think I'm very grateful to the people who have raised me, and also the life experiences that I've had, that I've been able to reach a place in life where I can speak up and fight.
That's so nice. Like you started your career at the age of 13 with Bubblegum, and you have also worked with Diljit in Oh My God and Disco Sing. So like, but do you really think that OTT platforms and digital platforms have fueled your career?
Absolutely, I'm very grateful that this happened. I mean, my career was doing, like, I was doing okay. I was getting enough work that made me feel like, I can stay here and try to make it work. Films were happening with some really big filmmakers, really like well-established filmmakers also. But before the OTT boom, it used to take time for an actor like me, also someone that young, because it takes time for that for people to take notice of someone, at least back then, that young, and trust them with strong roles, meaty roles. But now with OTT, people are able to take that risk, because when it started, stakes were lower. Now they are not as low, but they were lower, and people could take a risk with people like me who have no background, who have nobody to recommend them. So when that happened, I was really grateful, and also my audience really like sort of flocked towards me when they saw me on their home screens.
So, like, you are born and brought up in Delhi. We can actually call you a typical Delhi wali ladki. So, but at the same time, you have lived in Bombay too. So, which city you like, Delhi or Bombay?
Oh my god, don't ask me that question. But yes, I was born in Delhi. I spent a good 13 years of my life in Delhi. And then I moved to Mumbai when I was 15. So the 2 years was basically like a transition of back and forth. So I would say that I grew up in Mumbai. I was raised like a Mumbai girl. Because 15 to 21 is, I think, a very important impressionable stage for someone. So I feel like I'm a Mumbai girl, but yes, the Delhi in me also comes out once in a while when it needs to come out. The food choices are definitely Delhi, because my mother has raised me on Punjabi food, and sometimes that little attitude of मेरे घर से कोई बिना खाए पिए नहीं जाएगा also comes, is very Delhi. So that comes out, but also there's a lot of Mumbai in me. So it's a perfect blend, I think.
Perfect. So, like, in future, which director or an actor would you like to collaborate for any Bollywood film?
For Bollywood films, okay, so I have been pestering Konkana Sen Sharma to audition me, just audition me, but she doesn't direct as much. So I pestered her, I've sent her my like work links. I'm like, ma'am, can you please just consider me once? Because I love working with filmmakers, I mean, with filmmakers of her caliber, especially women who are also actors. So she's, and there's also Seema Bhargava, who's made a film called Ram Prasad Ki Tervi. I love the film, and I would really like to just, if I can just be on her set, I'll be happy. There's Vikramaditya Motwane, there's also Rishabh Shetty that I would like to work with. And actors mein, I would say, it's like a long shot, but if I can do a film with Vijay Sethupathi, and if I can do a film with Gulshan Devaiya, and a film with Vijay Verma, if people are listening, please just like audition me.
That's so great. Like, so now what's next for Apoorva?
Okay, so next there's like a list of things that are about to release. Some I can talk about, some I can't, but I'll give you a little hint of everything. There's one show called Unreal, which Mr. Rohan Sippy has directed, and there's a bunch of really good actors in the show. I'm very excited about it. There's Rasika Duggal, Shweta Basu, Kunal Roy Kapoor, and a lot of other actors also. So I'm very excited about it. I shot it sometime last year, so it should be out soon. There is a indie film called Motor Marches or Cutter that is alongside Jatin Sarna. Again, it's like an experimental sort of a thing, and I'm very excited for it to come out. And there's a short film called Lipstick that I recently did, and I'm really enjoying my time shooting for short films, because you can experiment as much as you want to. So that's been up, and there's a bunch of other things also.
So, thank you so much, Apoorva, and all the very best for your future projects.
Thank you. Lovely talking to you.